Thank you, Administrator Woolley, for being here today. I want to talk to you about a serious threat to the public's health that affects potentially millions of Southern Californians from Riverside County all the way to LA County and Imperial County. The Salton Sea is California's largest inland body of water, and it's shrinking. The exposed playa have very fine dust, particulate matter, that's contaminated with agricultural runoff and other toxins that if they get into the air, it can easily penetrate the lung-blood barrier. I'm a doctor, so I can follow the path. And such exposure is associated with premature death, as well as asthma attacks, chronic bronchitis, decreased lung function, and respiratory disease. All of this leads to increased hospitalization, emergency room trips, and doctor visits. In fact, the surrounding community already has the highest pediatric asthma hospitalization rate in the entire state of California. So this pollution, in fact, disproportionately affects the most vulnerable among us: infants, children, seniors, and low-income families. So fine particle pollution is harmful to human health, even at very low concentrations, and it makes sense. We don't want chemically contaminated dust or particles or any dust in our blood. The scientific consensus recognized by hundreds of peer-reviewed articles and by EPA administrators during both Republican and Democratic administration says that fine particle pollution is a so-called non-threshold pollutant. That means that any level of fine particle pollution exposure can cause harm. At our December 2017 hearing, then Administrator Pruitt agreed that fine particle pollution was a no-threshold pollutant. Administrator Woolley, do you agree that fine particle pollution is a non-threshold pollutant?
I believe most of the science directs us that way, yes.
So yes, good. Will the EPA officially acknowledge that the presence of fine particulate matter at any threshold is a public health hazard?
We are currently in the middle of our NAAQS review for PM. It's scheduled to be completed by the end of 2020. CASAC is currently reviewing the PM science that the agency supplied.
Okay.
We expect to have a report back from CASAC, so I would like to defer until I...
Well, you just said that any amount of particle matter and dust, especially those with chemicals, that gets into our blood is harmful to our health.
I believe there's still science as far as what is the composition of the particles, whether or not certain compositions have better...
I'll tell you the composition of any particle that is small enough to enter the alveolar blood barrier is harmful to your health. There's no foreign body that is in our blood that is helpful to our human health.
I will defer to you on the medicine, but it's my understanding...
So listen, when you consider this,
composition of the PM is important.
Yeah, know that any foreign body in your blood, regardless of the composition, if it can get into your blood system, it's bad for your health. You know that.
Yes.
The Clean Power